Energy balance in atmospheric distillation column. So in this lecture we'll discuss about how to carry out the energy balance. So their mathematical terms will be discussed here. Earlier in the previous lectures we have gone through the material balance of atmospheric distillation column. Now we are going to the next step, that is the energy balance. And for that thing, the first thing that we should know that we have three different types of the atmospheric distillation column depending on the type of reflux, that is type U, type A and type R. So this is the example of type U type reflux where we are going to do the energy balance. So the first thing that we should basically know is what is our objective for the energy balance. So this is our objective, that is the energy balance in the column is to find out the energy flow within the column. What it means, basically in the column there is a continuous energy flow from bottom to top. This is a continuous energy flow. So that is a very important thing because material is flowing from the bottom section to the top section. So along with the material, energy is also flowing. So we have to find out that energy. So for that thing we have to carry out the energy balance. How to do the energy balance? There are very basic concept in the energy balance, that is the energy conservation of energy. Heat in is equal to heat out. So we have to find out the expressions. We will develop the expressions, mathematical expressions for doing these energy balances. So these are the steps. For example, the first step is to select the envelope or the system or the zone or the area. What you can say, you can say anything which you have to apply the energy balance. That is the first step. Next step, to find out all the streams of heat and energy that is going inside or leaving the system, means heat in and heat out we have to find out. The next is to carry out the balance and find out the flow of heat inside the column. That is basically the difference between the heat in and the heat out. We can find it out. Now we are going to do the energy balances for the U type as we have discussed. So our first target is to define the envelope, define the area, define the zone. So that is the last, that is the bottom zone, that is we call it a flash zone. So this is our first step where we have to carry out the energy balance up to the flash zone or at the flash zone. So as in the diagram, this is the flash zone. So we have to first define the system. System is now being defined here, that is a flash zone. So if you see in the flash zone, there are a stream, feed stream is going inside the flash zone, steam is also going inside the flash zone, residue, bottom residue is leaving from the flash zone. So these are the streams that is going inside or leaving from the flash zone. The one thing is that is missing, the total net amount, net distillates are basically flowing inside the column, and the heat that you have to see carefully for the feed, there is a term QF. So QF means the heat associated with the feed. Similarly, this is QSW, heat associated with the steam, that is a steam. So this is QSW, means the amount of heat that is associated with the steam. And then the third one is a QW, that is the heat associated with the residue. So these are the terms, mathematical terms, where we have to carry out all these things. Now after knowing all these three parameters, that is the one that is left is the internal energy flow. So this is also the leaving the system. So our target, our objective is to find out this amount of energy. How we can do it? Let us take one by one. Heat in at the flash zone. So there are two streams that is going inside. So heat in is basically the Q dash IFZ, that is the heat I for in at the flash zone is nothing but the QF plus QSW. This is the total amount of the heat. And then next is heat out at the flash zone, that is the Q dash OFZ, that is nothing but only the one stream that is leaving the flash zone, QW, as per our diagram. So these, if you know these two values, the next net heat flow upward inside the column, that basically is nothing but the difference between the, that is delta QFZ is nothing but the difference between the heat in the flash zone minus heat out in the flash zone. So heat in the flash zone is QF and QSW minus QW. So this is the mathematical expression that is for the energy balance up to the flash zone, that is delta QFZ. That this is the amount of energy that is flowing internally, flowing inside the column, leaving the flash zone and going upward section of the column. So this is the first zone that we have defined, and we have carried out the energy balance. Similarly, you can define the next zone up to the distillate D1. So in our diagram, if we see, this is a distillate D1. If you see closely, this is our distillate D1. So it means after the flash zone we have to go for the distillate D1. So for that thing you have to after defining the system, you have to go for diagram. Let us look about the diagram. So obviously up to the distillate D1, feed is there, steam is there, bottom liquid is there. It means that all the energy that is going inside the flash zone or leaving from the flash zone, they all are incorporated in the up to the distillate, because now our system is basically up to the distillate. So this is basically the total amount that that is required. This is a system. This is a system. Now come to the heat in up to the D1. So that is basically the Q dash I D1, that is a heat in up to D1. So in this one, heat in up to the flash zone plus heat associated with S1, because you see in the diagram up to the flash zone all the heat that is going inside, except that there is one stream, that is a one material that is a one stream that is going inside of heat stream is steam. So that's why the total amount of heat that is going inside up to the distillate D1 is QF, QSW and QS1. This is, you can see in the diagram. Similarly, for the next step is heat out. If you see in the heat out, all the heat out up to the flash zone plus heat associated with the leaving stream D1. And if you see the diagram, so in up to the D1, this is the leaving stream, this is the leaving stream. So that is a QW and QD1. This is the stream. So we can say now our target is delta, that is the amount that is going upward section. So the next is the net heat flow upward inside the column from the D1, that is at the rate of D1, delta QFZ. So heat in minus heat out. So this is the heat in minus heat out, and if you put the heat in value QF, QSW, QS1, these are the heat in, and QW and QS1 is the heat out. So in this way we can find out delta QF. Sorry, this is not QF, this is D1, energy up to the D1. Similarly, we can go for the energy up to the D2, this one. So that is a very simple one. You have to add all the heat in and leaving and find out the delta. Similarly, go for the D3 and then the remaining, that is the complete system. So if you see the diagram, this is a one diagram where all the energy equations are developed for the type U, and similarly if you see they have developed one, this one up to the flash zone, this one up to the D1, and this one up to the D2, this one up to the D3, and so on. These are the external heat quantities, and the delta is the amount that is going upward sections. So in this way you can do it. Similarly, this is for the A type refluxes. What's the difference? In this diagram you see that these are the refluxes, so you have to incorporate all the heat associated with the refluxes, because you are taking out the heat. So these terms, that is the heat associated with the refluxes, comes for the leaving the stream, not for going inside the streams. So it will be in the heat out. Similarly, this one is also the reflux, so that is for the heat out. Similarly, for the energy balance for the O type refluxes, Here you can see in the R-type refluxes, for every product there is continuously a reflux going back and heat is taken out. So in this also you have to incorporate the QC1, QC2 in terms of energy out, not in the energy in. So in this way all the equations are here, expressions are given here. So in this way we can say that we can carry out the energy balances for the A type, U type and R type. So this is all about the energy balance expressions for the A type, U type and R type, where we can find out the internal pull of energy balances with the help of the external energy quantities. Thank you.